Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar, Transform the Way You Work Wherever You Work with Smartsheet Mobile. My name is Anna, and I'm a product marketing manager here at Smartsheet. And today we're going to take a look at the Smartsheet mobile app and explore new capabilities that you unlock by using Smartsheet Mobile. Our agenda today is to focus on how you can work on the go and really maximize your productivity by downloading and using the Smartsheet mobile app. In addition to being able to access most of the Smartsheet capabilities that you already use on your desktop in your browser, Smartsheet Mobile actually unlocks new capabilities as well. With Smartsheet Mobile, you have access to these three new capabilities. So, barcode scanning can be used to scan a barcode or a QR code, and it can be used to locate a sheet or to add barcode data either directly in a sheet or actually using a Smartsheet form as well, which is what we'll look at in today's demo. You're also able to capture your mobile location. And again, this is something that you can do either in a sheet or when submitting a form. And in addition to capturing the location, you're able to then click on the location in the sheet to pull up those exact coordinates in Google Maps. Lastly, mobile builds on the capability to attach files in a row within your sheet by using your phone's photo capability and enabling you to not just take photos and attach them, but also mark them up before you attach them. So, really having the ability to indicate what's important in the photos that you're taking. These photos can be inserted into a cell in the sheet, attached to a row, or attached with a form submission. Now that we've introduced these unique mobile capabilities, let's go ahead into our demo. We'll start with a tour and familiarize ourselves with the mobile layout, and then we'll introduce these new capabilities in a solution workflow and review additional tips for working with the Smartsheet mobile app. The mobile app is available for both Android and iOS devices. And while today I'm going to be using an Android, you're going to see the same capabilities and same UI on either type of device. Once I open and log into the Smartsheet mobile app, I'm going to start out in the Home section. Under Home, I can see my recent items just like I would on Smartsheet Desktop, and I can also navigate to the favorites to see any items that I have favorited. If you have a large list of favorites, you'll also see there's an option to filter by type as well. In the recent section, I'll point out that it's really easy to understand what type of item that you're looking through by the icon as well as the color. One of the benefits of using Smartsheet Mobile when you're working with forms is that forms are added to your recents. And this is super helpful if you're on the go and you need to access a form to submit a request or to submit an issue. You don't have to bookmark a form separately. Anything that you've recently accessed will appear in this recent section within Smartsheet Mobile. Both your recents and your favorites do sync between mobile and desktop. We'll continue on in the bottom of our app and select Browse, and this is where you can see any items that you have either created or been shared to. So this is where you'll see I have my list of workspaces. I can navigate through any of the sheets that I have access to. And from here, once I click on something, of course, I'll have that sheet, report, or dashboard open. If you have created or been shared to any work apps, you'll find that at the bottom of our screen as well. And we'll come back and look at this section a little bit later on in our demo. Lastly, to the bottom right here, you'll find my notifications panel, and this is where you can see any important notifications, so new items you've been shared to, new alerts or reminders, as well as requests. So update requests, approval requests, proofing requests, all of these that you can complete using your mobile device. In the top left, I can also click on my profile, and this gives me the ability to update any profile settings. And the most important one for us here is the push notification settings. When you download Smartsheet Mobile, any of the notifications that you see in the Notification Center can also be received as proactive push notifications from the mobile app. If you'd like to control these on a more granular level, so making sure that the app is only actively notifying you of specific changes that are taking place, you can control this within the mobile app. Lastly, I'll also point out if something that you need to access isn't in your recent or favorites, you can, of course, come up to the top of the app here and either search by typing in the name of the item you're looking for, or even by using the barcode scanner by clicking the barcode button in the top right. We'll take a look at the barcode functionality shortly when we go into our workflow. Lastly, if you need to create a new Smartsheet item while you're on the go, just click the plus button in the bottom right here, and you'll be able to start by creating a blank sheet or using one of our featured templates. With Smartsheet Mobile, you're able to create a sheet using the mobile app, and if you need to create a report or a dashboard, those can be created in your desktop browser and then accessed within the mobile app. For our demo today, we're going to look at a construction company that's using Smartsheet to track equipment issues. Now, they're not just tracking this in a sheet on desktop, though. Smartsheet Mobile makes it really easy to turn a tracker into a process. So instead of just capturing all this data in a sheet, we can incorporate forms, automation, as well as these new mobile-only capabilities to streamline how we capture information and how we work on these new tickets within Smartsheet. To start out, I'm on the construction site and I have come across an issue that I need to report. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the great things about Smartsheet Mobile is the ability to really easily access forms recently or frequently submitted on the Smartsheet app. I'll go ahead and open up my form and I'll type in my new issue. As I'm completing this form, just to do a quick review for someone who hasn't created or used a Smartsheet form before. Forms are created within a sheet, and each of the questions in my form are mapped to a column within the sheet. And you can see some of my fields are just text fields, whereas if you have a symbol column, if you have a date column or a contact list column, that's going to be respected within the form as well. So you can see I was able to choose a symbol. If I had a date, I can choose from a calendar. And if I needed to select a contact, I'd have a list of contacts to choose from or could type in a contact. Our equipment ID field is where we can start looking at these new mobile-only capabilities. So you're going to see here, I can click on the barcode and then scan a barcode to capture the barcode number within my sheet. This allows me to really easily capture the equipment that I'm working with rather than making this a manual process where I have to locate the number, type in the number, and of course that brings in the possibility of human error. Rather, this becomes a really easy one-click process. As you can see with my barcode scanning, I'm not currently on site at a construction company, so I'll be using a notebook both for the barcode as well as to attach a picture. I can also location button to easily capture where the issue is that I'm reporting. And while it'll automatically locate the issue exactly where you are with your mobile device, you can of course move this around, make sure the coordinates match up to what you're reporting, and then click select to add this into your form. And both of these capabilities, so the barcode as well as the location, can be used within the form on your mobile device or can be used within the sheet using the mobile app as well. I'll also use my form to attach a picture. And while I can normally attach pictures and files directly into a cell or a row within Smartsheet, with my mobile device, I also have the extra capability of being able to mark up the image before uploading it to Smartsheet. Once I've completed my form, I'll go ahead and submit. And to review this process, so using the Smartsheet mobile app, I'm able to fill out just a few fields on the form and communicate really efficiently because I'm scanning a barcode and taking pictures rather than typing in a description, entering an address or a location. So not only am I able to complete the form really quickly, I can also be confident that the data is more accurate because I'm scanning and I'm capturing location rather than taking the risk of human error when I'm typing in details. The notifications in the bottom right is telling me that a new issue has been reported, and this is powered by an alert set up in the sheet. If I wasn't already in the Smartsheet app, though, you can actually see that a new service request has been added with a push notification as well. And I would click on this to open up the Smartsheet app and view this new notification. The notification section is where I'm going to receive all automated notifications like alerts and reminders, as well as requests and approvals, content reviews, app mentions, and news sharing notifications. These notifications are all available in Smartsheet, whether I'm accessing using a browser on my desktop or using the mobile app. I'm going to use this notification to open up the construction site issues reports sheet, which is linked at the very top here. We can see our new issue at the very bottom row with these different elements that we submitted. So we have our severity, we have the issue summary, as well as the equipment ID, which came from our barcode scan. The location is also a URL, so I can actually click on this to view the location within Google Maps. Just like using Smartsheet on my computer, I can actually toggle here between different views in the mobile app by using the top right. Within my current sheet, I have access to the grid and the card view. And if I had two date columns, I would also have access to the Gantt view as well as the calendar view. So the same four views that are accessible on desktop are accessible in the mobile app. There are additionally two views that are not available on desktop. So starting with list view at the very bottom here, list view is a consolidated view, and this is really helpful when you want to really quickly navigate through your sheet. You'll see this shows the primary column only, and if I need to view any details, I can click on a row, view all of the information from that row, and of course, make edits. We also have a mobile view available to us, and mobile view is fully customizable, so you can focus on the type of information that's critical when you're working on your mobile device. Mobile view takes every row within your sheet and it turns it into a card, and this is customizable because you're able to head into the settings here in the top left and choose exactly what fields you need to see on that card. This view also includes any additional row data. So for example, if you had a conversation, you would see the comments related to it. And for anything that has an attachment, like the new issue that's been reported, we can view that within any of our views as well. Mobile view also has a compact view, and this again makes it really easy to scroll through a longer sheet and find what you're looking for. And if you need to make any edits, you can select the three-dot menu and make those changes. The last view is our card view. And if card view is something that you haven't worked with before, card view provides a visual way to understand the data in your sheet, and it's powered by a drop-down column, a contact list column, or a symbol column. Each of the rows in your sheet is a card organized by the values in your drop-down column in swim lanes. You can see at the top of our screen here, there are 4 swim lanes to choose from, and each of my tasks are organized by their status. I can also pick which columns I want to power my current card view by heading into the settings and adjusting the view by. So for example, if I want to view all of my tasks by who they're assigned to instead, I can toggle to that. Here I'm going to locate our new issue, which is uncategorized because it hasn't been assigned to someone yet. And if I want to work on this issue, I'll go ahead and pick it up and I can drag it into the appropriate column to assign it to myself. Back in my mobile view, I can see that this issue is assigned to me as well. So regardless of which view I'm working in, any edits I make will be reflected in all of the views. Since I've assigned this new task to myself, I've received another push notification powered by an automated workflow that I've set up in my sheet, letting me know that I've been assigned to a new issue. So as soon as an issue was reported, I was notified. As soon as an issue was assigned, I was notified, letting me really continue on with what I need to do throughout my day without worrying about pulling up Smartsheet. I know that I'll receive those notifications in Smartsheet, as well as the push notifications that I've enabled to let me know when critical actions are taking place. Now, lastly, with the mobile app, I have access to all my Smartsheet item types. So we've seen access to a form, we've seen access to a sheet, and I also have reports I can open up as well as dashboards. And dashboards work a little bit differently on mobile because you'll see here I have a dashboard mobile view that I can scroll through. And each of my widgets also have the option to expand if I need to see more details. If I prefer to see my dashboard in the regular desktop view, I can click this button in the bottom right. Lastly, Smartsheet Mobile also lets you access any work apps that you may have created or been shared to. And to do a quick review, since Work Apps is one of our newest capabilities, Work Apps lets you package your Smartsheet solution as an app. You can easily combine relevant Smartsheet items for a process that you're managing in Smartsheet, like sheets, reports, forms, and dashboards, along with external content, training materials, and more. The benefit of creating and working with a work app is that you're able to have a single place to go to access any items related to a single process or program. So rather than having to share individual items, bookmark, and favorite what you need to access frequently, you have a one-stop shop for everything you need for your program. Work apps also let you, as the work app creator, define roles. So here, as someone who has access to the work app as a creator, you'll see that I have the ability to toggle between different roles at the very top. And the items that I have access to are going to change depending on my role. As someone who's simply been shared to a work app, I'm not going to see this toggle. Instead, when I access the work app, Smartsheet already knows what my role is and the items that I should see without providing visibility into other items I should not have access to. With the work app, you share a single link and everyone can see or edit exactly what their role allows for. So finishing up with our demo, I want to do a quick review of the different capabilities that we have used in our Smartsheet mobile app. So for our process, we started by accessing a Smartsheet form in our recent section, and then we reported an issue by scanning a barcode, which allows me to either add barcode data to a cell in a sheet or search for sheet data. We also captured our location that directly into the form, and we can use that same capability to add location into a sheet directly. We also took a photo and we worked across several different views, and with mobile specifically, having the ability to access the list view or customize our mobile view. Throughout our process, we also received push notifications in several places. So when a new ticket was submitted, as well as when a new task was assigned to myself. And these push notifications were powered by automations set up in my sheet. If you haven't had a chance to download the Smartsheet mobile app yet, it is available in the App Store as well as Google Play for anyone that uses Smartsheet. So a license or specific plan type is not required. Now, through our demo, I know our focus today was the Smartsheet mobile app, but of course, we came across some additional capabilities like forms, automations, dashboards, and work apps. To learn more about those capabilities as well as Smartsheet Mobile, head on over to the Smartsheet Learning Center for help videos, FAQs, and step-by-step instructions. And if you're looking for on-demand, activity-based, or instructor-led training for a deeper dive into Smartsheet or Smartsheet certification, Smartsheet University is available for you as well. To connect with other Smartsheet customers and to stay aware of important events that are taking place, join our Smartsheet community. And of course, as always, our support team is here to help if you have any specific troubleshooting questions for your Smartsheet plan. Before we finish up for today, I do want to mention that we have a Smartsheet onboarding series called Smart Start. And this series has a dedicated session to learn about each of the different Smartsheet items, as well as collaboration and project management. And you can register for these webinars as well as additional free webinars that we offer at smartsheet.com/webinars. Also want to take a moment to answer a few questions that have come up over the course of this webinar. So we'll start with several different varieties of the what can I or can't I do on mobile question, and that's a great question. You have access to most Smartsheet capabilities. So as I mentioned, you can work in sheets and reports, you can view dashboards and work apps, and you can make edits, take photos, and use some of these additional capabilities that you have access to by only using the Smartsheet mobile app. Sheet-wide actions, on the other hand, so actions that are going to really affect how your sheet works as a whole, are available on Smartsheet desktop only. What this means is if you need to create or edit an automated workflow, or if you need to manage project settings as a sheet admin or owner, that's something you're going to do on your computer. You can also create or edit sheet filters on your computer, but those filters are available within your Smartsheet mobile app. And creating new reports or creating or editing dashboards is all done on your computer as well. Any account level actions, so managing your Smartsheet account, will also happen within your browser on your computer. We also had several questions about licensing. So can an unlicensed user download the app? And does a user need a license to use these additional capabilities? So scanning barcodes or adding locations. A license is not needed to download the app. So the app is available for anyone who has a Smartsheet login. And a user doesn't need a license or any particular type of plan to use the barcode or location capabilities. Another question was, can I add information into my sheet or into a form using talk to text? And the answer to that is yes. So mobile capabilities that you already have, like talk to text, will work in the mobile app. We also had several of you thinking ahead about what a process might look like using the barcode data that we've added into our sheet. And a few of these questions were around using that as a lookup or using it within a formula. So once you've scanned a barcode and that barcode number has been added to a cell, it is cell data. And from there, you can use all other Smartsheet capabilities. So you can run formulas like a VLOOKUP or an index match. You can trigger automation, anything you need to do to work with that piece of data and move your process forward. Can the barcode be used to track machine efficiencies like downtime and uptime? Yes, we actually have a great template set for this called Asset Management available in the Solution Center, which you can access by clicking the plus button in the left panel when you're logged into Smartsheet on your computer. We also had several questions about additional templates for using these barcoding capabilities. And also in the Solution Center, if you just search for barcode or inventory, you'll find several different templates that you can use for your own work. Now, we have come to the end of our time today, and as always, I want to thank everyone who's able to join, and we hope you're able to join us next week as well as we look into the new Smartsheet experience, so the new UI updates that we recently released.